Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin, but anyways, let's get right into this video. So as you guys can see here, I started off with Bitcoin right whenever it was, brand new. This is when it was $12, and then here you can see its first ever takeoff. This was its first major takeoff when it went all the way up to $260, which was obviously insane considering it started at around $10 or $11. Now then we see our next pump here. This one was even bigger, and if you guys look at the trend of these pumps here, you guys can see that right after it gets to its top it has a hard correction, or at least a pretty big correction, and then it continues its correction, goes up a little bit, and then we see here the consolidation to the downtrend, which it then consolidates at a higher price than before, but it is still a consolidation. So this one was pretty major after it hit the 1,000 mark, and so that's something to consider, right? Whenever it hit 1,000, it had a very major correction, since it was such a large number, and here we are once again with the most insane pump we've seen with Bitcoin so far. So currently we are at $10,600. If you guys did not see, we did have a high so far of $11,403, which is certainly pretty crazy. And if you guys look at Bitcoin right here, the exponential growth of it has been insane. With only a few correction points on the way up, and then so far it's just been straight up from there. So that's why I wanted to bring up the potential fact that there may be a very large correction soon. Now, I know this is a very unpopular opinion, especially with people who are invested in cryptocurrency, because they want to, they believe in the technology and they just think, okay, this is Bitcoin, it's going to get, adopted everywhere, it's going to get accepted on Amazon, and it's just going to keep on going up forever because of new people figuring it out, right? But whenever you look at this chart, okay, I just want you guys to imagine this as an altcoin. You would never believe that it would sustain this growth forever, okay? And I do just want to put this in perspective, right? Bitcoin is the main cryptocurrency, but we already seen that Bitcoin controls the entire market, right? If Bitcoin pumps too high, then all the altcoins crash because everyone wants to buy into Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down too much, all the altcoins crash because everyone's selling out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the entire market. Whatever Bitcoin does, all of the altcoins do. So whenever you consider the fact that, another coin may take over Bitcoin, I think that's very unlikely as long as Bitcoin is the main trading pair to all of the other currencies, because it will always control the market. Next, I wanted to show you the exponential growth of Bitcoin here. This is a chart that I made. So as you guys can see here, this sort of just gets all of the lows of Bitcoin right in there. And so as you can see with this exponential growth, by the end of this year, it would be expected to be at around $1,100 if it continues this growth. And keep in mind, this is already insane growth, no matter what you're looking at. Eventually this line will go virtually straight up if you really think this is going to go on forever, which is why, you just have to come to the realization that this will not happen forever. So next, I just wanted to show you guys, obviously, probably one of the most hated things in cryptocurrency because it's on every forum, and that is this chart right here. This is the bubble chart, pretty much what the general investment market looks at as a bubble. Now, I understand that you guys believe in cryptocurrency, and I do too. I believe that cryptocurrency is the future. I believe that it will be the next generation of currency and everything like that, but investing is very important because cryptocurrency is so much speculation. You really have to look at it from a logical standpoint and not get emotionally attached to the thing you are invested in. Bitcoin is an amazing technology, like I said before. I completely believe in it, but I also do think that whenever you look at this compared to the chart of, you know, what a classic bubble looks like right before a correction. I think this matches the description almost perfectly with, you know, the initial takeoff right here, the first sell-off, you know, media attention, enthusiasm, you know, whatever. You guys get the point. I think we are definitely very close to the top. And what also sort of confirms my belief of this is the fact that we are so far off the exponential growth line. As you guys can see here, you know, this is already insane growth for one. And, you know, the fact that it would even be able to sustain this for such a long time is already amazing. But it has gone past that, and it's growing even crazier now. So, you know, I think we really are in this point right here, you know, where people are just saying, you know, Bitcoin is going to go on forever. It's never going to crash. It's just going to keep going up. It's getting accepted, you know, the new paradigm. And something that I do think was very interesting that happened today, and this is where we may see the future market go, is the flash crash that we saw today to, you know, almost $9,000, as you can see here. Sorry, the chart isn't perfect, but it did go very, very low today. And I think this really shows everyone is on edge right now. All of these really big investors, they're staring at this saying, when should I sell? When am I going to dump my $100 million worth of Bitcoin? Because it just keeps going up, and they all know it's due for a correction soon. So I think the fact that Bitcoin already corrected this much in just a matter of seconds shows that, you know, people really are ready for this big move to happen. Now, I do agree that this might not be as instant as it looks here. I do not think it will be a crash that just happens in a few days and goes back down to $4,000 or something like that. I do think we will enter a longer term downtrend. Obviously, it may be broken by some sort of news, such as another major company accepting Bitcoin as payment. But I think for now, this is where we are headed. And especially with the news of Bitcoin futures eventually coming out in the US, you know, this is going to make the markets a lot more volatile. Institutional investors are going to be able to short it. And then they will be able to manipulate the market a lot. I think it does add a lot of risk into the market, and I think it might reflect that once we see you know, this big correction coming to Bitcoin. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You know, obviously I wouldn't be invested in altcoins right now. I think Bitcoin is the only thing you guys should be looking at, obviously. Anyways, guys, see you in the next video.